After seeing better days under Jutland, life for the people of Avaloon had returned to its rigid ways under Ruse. The people were taken aback, but obeyed. The Ruse army that was stationed throughout the city made sure of it.
Much of the citizenry has already been swayed by Jutland. I wonder if Victor is underestimating our foe.
Those Jutes sure did rile up the flock fast, but the sheep will step back in line soon enough. His Majesty's already tamed them. Nothing but chattel now. As long as they follow orders and don't think too hard, they get everything they need to survive. Out of all the Rusy colonies, this one might be my favorite.
You imposed a heavy tax on Ipsaria.
Each colony gets its own treatment, so they think they have it better than the others. There's always someone below you.
Always someone below us, huh?
Interesting perspective, isn't it? His Majesty's idea, of course. That's just like him. Cunning, yet bold. Control the herds by convincing them the grass is dying on the other side. Ingenious, if I do say so myself. They don't even realize they're lining up for the slaughter. You got something to say there, Maxime?
Will Jutland come?
Oh, they'll come. As long as they're still howling for their precious liberation, they can't just abandon this place. Those wolves are already on the prowl. As they say, the end justifies the means.
You seem to be having fun.
And you seem to be getting bored. Well, things are pretty complicated for you.
I only wish to bring victory as an Imperial general.
If Victor heard that, he'd probably scoff at it. But I believe you. I'll even trust you to watch my back.
Gustav.
Believe it or not, I like straightforward people like you. Staying true to yourself, trying to make an honest living. It's a way of life I envy, because I could never do it.
The Jutland army began moving to take back Avaloon.
Hey, what's the matter, Fifi? You kind of seem, different from usual. Am I not the same as ever? I know how you feel, but please try to stay composed. Right. Hey, Miranda! Yes, Sarah? I gotta ask you. You're always hanging around with Fifi, aren't you? Of course. I am her lady-in-waiting. What is it, Sarah? Miranda, please protect Fifi. No matter what, okay? I mean, I'm gonna try my bestest to protect her too. But you know, you're stronger and sturdier and way more trustworthy than those stinky boys. I am being complimented, aren't I? Anyway, I promise to protect Her Highness no matter what. Yeah, cross our hearts, hope to die. But why bring this up so suddenly? Well, you see, I realized something. That is, I noticed how special Fifi is to everyone. Like, she's always been that way to us. But she's gonna be way, way, way more special to the whole wide world. So, I wanna keep her safe, no matter the cost. Even if it costs me my life. Not that I wanna die, but if I gotta. It's a big enough deal that I really, truly feel that way. Guess I don't know how to say it good. I understand perfectly. I also believe the princess is our country's last hope. after the war is over. She is Jutland. It's why she's so special, and why you want to protect her. Uh-huh, that makes sense! Wow, Phoebe's so cool! Agreed. Her Highness is... cool.
You're not getting away this time.
Captain?
That look. Amlet, you mustn't!
Methinks the Captain's aiming for that alchemic engine.
He's after the Grand General.
Even if we pursued him, what would we do?
I do not know. However, I must confirm the truth behind Godot's research.
Oh my, flushed out.
Gustav.
So, you're the whelp who killed Balthus. For an anti-Valkyria squad, you sure have skewed priorities.
Balthus didn't remember. July 4th, 1843. The Mulda Orphanage.
Oh, that.
So you do remember.
Of course Balthus didn't. That's the kind of man he was. But I remember a hunt I'll never forget. I put down 3 young pups that day. Shot a she-bitch too. Even lit the fire myself. It's so boring leaving everything to your subordinates. There's much more fun to be had in doing it yourself. Those were the days. The whole world was our hunting ground. There wasn't anything Claudius and his friends couldn't do. Nothing the 5 of us had to fear. So you're out for revenge. You want to kill His Majesty? Dog shit.
Amlet!
is fun.
Prince Laertes!
I heard. So you target the Emperor. You wage war for revenge.
At least I didn't sell out to the enemy.
To move a country for your own reasons. How are you any different from the man you wish to take revenge on? What will you achieve by killing the Emperor?
I don't want to achieve anything.
I see. So you've taken such excessive measures when you have nothing to gain. The end justifies the means as long as your goal is accomplished. That is not unlike His Majesty. However, you waver simply from my words. Making the Emperor your enemy is laughable with such a weak mentality. How dull. Your swordplay has always lacked conviction, but today it is appallingly sluggish. To be slain by such a hollow man, Gustav will be turning in his grave.
Shut up! I'm nothing like the Emperor!
Indeed. I retract my statement. You are different from the Emperor. His Majesty is a terrifying man. One with the resolve to sacrifice his soldiers as needed for his path to power. But look at you. You're not prepared for sacrifice, and you see nothing in your future should you reach your goal.
You're wrong!
How pathetic. Has your time stopped since the day His Majesty attacked? Never mind. I thought to cut you down for the sake of the Emperor, but you are unworthy of even that. Did you have fun? Let's return to our Emperor.
Your Highness!
Princess, a word of advice. Do not keep a man like that at your side.
And you, Prince Laertes? Whose company do you keep on your path of pain? What future awaits you on the road to ruin? Hamlet? Hamlet.
Your Highness.
I could not say it. Couldn't tell him that I know.
Oh.
The words caught in my throat.
Why do you suppose that is, milady?
When I think of the pain Hamlet must be in, the burden he shoulders with every step.
Hamlet the traitor killed his second target, Gustav. And at the Third Battle of Avalon, Jutland claimed victory.
Thanks a bundle for saving my employees, Am.
Sure.
And sweet revenge is icing on the cake. I could kiss you.
We have a ways to go for the Emperor. It's taking longer than you anticipated.
We still have some bothersome issues to take care of in order to drag him outside.
We need to get to the capital.
There's also the matter we haven't resolved yet. The thing with Miss Maria.
By the by, Amlet, what of the Prince of Ipsaria? Was he not with Gustav?
I don't know. He didn't show up.
Gustav.
Did you get rid of their leader? Answer me, Maxime.
He is the type of man who should live to see hell. He is unworthy for a king to kill.
Oh? Intriguing. What sort of a man is he?
He is a hollow man, one that is wholly different from your majesty.
However hollow he may be, he has now murdered 2 of our grand generals. We cannot allow him to live. Dispose of him, immediately. Order a soldier to do it if you cannot finish him yourself.
As you command.
Victory over Gustav will only embolden Jutland, your majesty.
I lament for Gustav. But while Jutland's attention was focused on Avalon, Covoltus has finished its preparations to march on Jutland.
Sleep, Gustav.
It's the same. The hatred and resentment toward him are the same as before.
Huge emotions for one of such little import, no? Human. Is my strength of spirit visible as well?
Indeed.
What do you see with your sorceress sight?
It burns red. Are these flames? No. Blood. But it is not yours. It belongs to others. You will continue to be bathed in it. Endlessly.
Amusing.
What is?
Your words ring true. Such is the spirit of conquest.
After the Jutland army retook Avalun's industrial sector, they used the Ragnite from Ipsaria and began further upgrades to the anti-Valkyria squad's weapons. The traders marked Covoltus as the next target once again,
I cannot tell him.
Meanwhile, Ophelia pored over Godot's research time and again.
It must have been difficult for her. As a result of Jutland's careful consideration of their alliance with Ruse, they erased all mention of the attack, as well as the very existences of Amlet and the other four.
The fact that no one listened to them, no matter how much they cried out, it must have weighed heavily on her.
But there's still something I don't understand. Why was it necessary to make it all disappear? And why was the orphanage attacked in the first place?
The princess at the time had the same questions as well.
Everyone says you haven't been yourself lately.
You know full well the reason why, Miranda.
Let me guess. My brother's investigation?
Indeed. Godot's research is meticulous, and yet, for what purpose was the orphanage targeted at all? Was it merely on some twisted whim?
I wonder if the captain knows.
Amlet. That voice. 'Twas not the Valkyria's.
Come again?
The Valkyria called out Amlet's name. Dare I say, lovingly? Amlet lost the will to fight the moment he heard her voice. I believe the Valkyria is the key to unraveling this riddle.
Oh.
Would you accompany me on a small outing? There is something I am rather curious about. Valkyria.
These ruins have something to do with what happened 10 years ago. Is that what you're thinking, milady?
It is said that the Emperor first deployed the Valkyria on the battlefield shortly after visiting Jutland. Perhaps the Valkyria and Amlet's incident are interrelated.
When light fades from the horizon,
Princess?
Miranda, just now.
What should we do, Your Highness?
This is...
Methinks they wish to hear you sing.
I understand.
Huh? Seriously?
Mm-hmm. He's going to divorce his wife.
Damn, girl. How many notches you got on your belt now?
I don't know.
I almost feel bad for the sorry sucker.
It means I carry out my job perfectly.
Too perfectly. Hell, I want to be your boy toy too. Meanie.
I make it a point to separate my work affairs from my personal ones.
Oh, fine.
He's too good of a person.
Don't tell me you're getting attached to him.
Well, sometimes I think that maybe he knows what I do.
Like the intel about that new weapon?
It's not just that, though. But it's certain he thinks about the Empire's future in his own way. He's too straightforward. Like him trying to get on his wife's good side. It's cute.
This isn't like you. You really are getting attached.
You're deploying tomorrow. Sure you should be drinking?
I'll be fine. I won't be seeing you for a while, after all.
Covaltus, huh? Why there?
I wanted to change myself.
Is this about Margaretha?
Seriously?
When I'm here, she's all I can think about. I would rather be on the battlefield fighting for my country.
Never thought I'd hear you say that, comrade.
So you still can't get in touch with her?
Yeah. It's strange, but I know so little about her despite how long we've been together.
Of course not. It's why they're called Ladies of the Night. Giving men short-lived dreams is their job.
Yeah, she played you. Probably onto the next fellow already.
Perhaps. Regardless, she was a kind woman. Really. I'll just think of it as her showing me the best dream imaginable.
That soft heart is gonna be the end of you someday.
Say whatever you want.
If Margaretha shows up while you're in Covaltus, do you want us to tell her anything?
I'm sure you've got a few things to say to her.
Ask her when we can go on vacation together.
We'll need to deal with the Glotzen arsenal before we attack Covaltus again.
Glotzen, huh? We had a terrible run the last time.
Thanks to the stupidity of a certain someone.
That again? You really are a stubborn one.
It's almost impressive.
Are we coordinating with the other units in this mission?
The main army needs time to prepare for Kovaltis, so we're on our own for this one. According to our intel, Ruse is shipping mana weaponry to Kovaltis. We need to stop this.
From whence did you receive this information?
From military intelligence.
Has it been verified?
What are you suggesting?
Only that our previous operation there was compromised by the enemy's disinformation.
Ruse is exceptional at information warfare. There's no way MI can be absolutely certain about their intelligence.
Just so. Which is why we ought to exercise caution.
You think I'm not being cautious?
I said no such thing. I simply wish to avoid repeating our prior mistakes.
Well then, everyone, I think we can all be dismissed. Whoa, cool!
You're, how do I put it, quite bold.
You've got guts.
Well, I guess time for some training.
But Helena, the captain wasn't finished.
Gear up, all of you. You're dismissed. Do you have more to say?
Well...
Come, Your Highness. We should return to the palace.
Pardon? Miranda,
Don't rush, milady. Let's stand back and watch for now.
I understand.
Well, well, well. Not a single new weapon to be seen. Again.
He just won't let it go. Holy moly! Don't encourage him, Helena.
Well then, Captain, what's the plan?
We'll attack the base's key points one by one, disable its defenses as quickly as we can. This will be a direct assault.
Nice and simple. Well, guess it's time to cause a ruckus.
Now this is what vanargand is all about.
Indeed.
The captain does a surprisingly good job keeping this ragtag band of misfits together. He might be the only one who can.
That went smoothly.
Looks like they already shipped most of the weapons to Kovaltis. I guess the second assault won't be any easier.
Mission complete.
Well, if it isn't Leonid.
Hey, long time no see.
Didn't think to see you here, comrade.
Just thought it's time I made something of myself.
I know that feeling. So, what happened to that lovely lady friend of yours?
She disappeared.
What?
I promised to take her vacationing, but now I can't contact her at all.
Well, that's odd.
I was pretty serious about her.
July 7th, Kovoltis once again became a battlefield.
If I recall, the Imperial Army's main force was at the base of the mountain range, ready for a full-scale operation. Which means the Jutland army clashed with them head-on.
So many tanks.
God, where do they keep popping out from?
The Ruse domain is an enormous place. It's not like we have any idea what their east side is like. Those rumors about them having a tree that spits out mana weaponry might not be a joke.
Is something the matter?
So, this is where my brother died. Protecting Amlet from the Valkyria.
Miranda.
I didn't plan on bringing this up now, but when I heard the news, I couldn't stop my mind from going to a dark place. I asked myself why he'd sacrifice himself for the captain, and whether he'd considered how I'd feel being left behind. I've had a hard time accepting it. Maybe I'm just not mature enough, but now that I'm here, it's starting to make sense. Only now do I know the reasons why Godot did what he did. I think I finally understand.
Miranda, I do not know what to say.
Oh, I put you on the spot, didn't I? My apologies. But words won't be necessary, milady.
Huh?
You care about my brother and me. That's condolence enough. That is all I need to trust you. To give my life for you. I'm as big a fool as Godot, aren't I?
Message from the main army. A heavy tank is on the move from the enemy's left flank. It's heading toward the fortress.
Understood. Tell them we'll intercept immediately.
Yes, sir.
You heard the man. There's a heavy tank on the move. We need to stop it. Forget the small fish. Go for the big one. Move out.
You monsters!
Retreat! We need to retreat!
Well, that's not very nice.
Check your surrounds. From the enemy's point of view, we are monsters.
Ha! We've grown too powerful for our own good. Especially me.
Phew. How are you holding up, Your Highness?
I am all right. Albeit a little tired.
Battle's not over yet. Let's pull back and restock. We need to be ready come nightfall.
While the anti-Valkyria squad was taking down Ruse's main force, their main army tried to take the fortress. However, the fortress's defenses were solid. and night fell when they were still engaged in battle.
"'Tis evening already."
I wonder if the main army plans on standing its ground.
Death approaches.
That light!
It's the Valkyria! The Valkyria's here!
We need to attack immediately. Behind me! We need to draw it to us. Fire! Weapons free! Destroy that thing!
Formation!
That power grows stronger.
Did it just run away? Victory is mine!
Yay! We did it, Fifi! Nice work, Princess. It definitely doesn't like your song.
It seems our guns were effective too. This changes how we engage in combat going forward.
Yeah, the princess restrains it with the singing, and we attack. Next time, we'll bring it down.
Captain!
That song, that Galder, is a calamity. It must be destroyed.
Come on, wake up, Hamlet. It's morning already. Wake up, sleepyhead.
He's coming too!
Captain! You're okay!
Hamlet! Just what do you think you're doing? You should be resting.
I'm fine. Sorry for worrying you. That should have gone better.
Everyone wants to know why the Valkyria called your name. However, they're too afraid to ask, or so they say.
What do you think?
It has something to do with Miss Maria, yes?
How?
She was a teacher at your orphanage, was she not?
Did Godot tell you this?
Godot reported nothing of this matter to me. He did, however, continue his investigation in private. Not only did he discover what happened at Mulda, but he also learned who was there, who died, and who survived. His research was nothing if not meticulous. Thus, I've concluded that any connection between you and the Valkyria must involve the Emperor's abduction of Maria. What, pray tell, is so funny?
Even dead, Godot still finds ways to pry into my life.
I beg your pardon?
You've read the records. Godot sought us all out. He didn't judge us, just asked that our fight be for the country.
All of you?
Yes.
I knew nothing of this.
He said he wasn't gonna tell you. Thought you'd try to stop us.
If so, then why did he leave those records behind? Miranda found them almost immediately. Had he not considered that possibility?
Maybe that was his plan all along. All he wanted was for us to fight for this country. He never once tried to stop us. Maybe he was leaving that decision to you. Doesn't matter what you think. We're not stopping.
All this time, have you been thinking only of vengeance? By the time we met at the Institute, had you already...
Yes.
This is overwhelming. 'Twould be so simple to condemn you. And yet, your vendetta is resulting in Jutland's liberation. Neither as the princess nor as a soldier can I begin to comprehend the consequences of your actions. I am utterly at a loss. It must have been so painful, though. I cannot even imagine the weight you must have carried this decade past. To live, thinking only of death. Nevertheless, there is something I still wish to know. Why did the Emperor attack the orphanage?
Doesn't matter why he did it. He burned our home to the ground, killed our friends, and took away the closest thing we had to a mother. Even if we learn the reason why, none of that changes.
That is true. The squad will know nothing of this. I shall keep it to myself, and instruct Miranda to do the same.
Why are you doing this?
Because I have no idea what to make of it all, and I cannot speak lightly of that which I do not understand. However, allow me to make one request.
Huh?
Please don't shoulder this burden alone. We are Vanargand. We will do our utmost to end the Valkyria. Together.
Good evening.
Well, if it isn't Margaretha.
What's the matter? Is Leonid not with you?
So, you haven't heard.
Lieutenant Colonel Smirnov is dead.
Huh?
Killed in action at the Battle of Kovaltis.
He volunteered for the Vanguard out of the blue. Said he wanted to be on the front line.
Why?
Where were you? Leonid said he suddenly couldn't contact you. He was looking for you everywhere.
Seemed to hit him real hard. No matter where he looked, not a single soul knew where to find you.
That's just not possible.
He was always gushing about planning a trip. Even after you disappeared, he was making all sorts of plans to surprise you for the day you'd come back. But really, where have you been all this time?
He threw himself into combat to forget you. You might as well have killed him yourself, you...
Enough. Leonid was the one who couldn't get over her. How many times have you told him that it's all just a job to a harlot like her? It really has been a while since you've come by. Why not have a drink with us?
Thanks for the offer, but I'll pass. I only came to show my face.
Come now, you can tell us the truth. You just got a better client than Leonid, didn't you?
Something like that. Now, if you'll excuse me. What were his final moments like?
What's it to you? Plan on shedding some tears?
I heard it was admirable, that he fought with valor.
I see.